What holds what you can trust is the same as the quietness, and it is light-hearted. This quiet, light-hearted silence is the key to being free from emotion. The sage never abandons the Tao. He never lets its weight out of his sight. He may live in a fabulous house, but he never gets caught up wanting to. And though there are always temptations, he stays unswayed and smiles. So why is it that our rulers seem so bright but are glib and insubstantial? Losing the weight of the Tao means you lose your root, and when you can't sit still, you lose the source. The playful nature of this existence is at the root of this verse, and that playful nature is found in shedding the way through sound to get to silence, shedding all of the insubstantial, as it says here, things that are actually the facade, the superficial nature of the world, and cutting through that, because those are temptations, as it says here, and your pursuit of those insignificant, superficial temptations gets you caught up in the want of pursuits. As it says here, the sage may live in a fabulous house. And we've talked about this many times, that you following the Tao or getting caught in the flow of your life may mean that you end up with wealth and power and influence. It may mean all of those things. That is very, very different than pursuing wealth and power and influence and being tied to that outcome. That is an intentional endpoint from which you started your pursuit of something. And so here the Tao is reminding us, stay quiet and stay cheerful, because you can be lighthearted and you don't have to take everything with such strong emotion and be so tied to the outcome of every little bump along the way. Every pebble in your path is not a great mountain. And every mountain is not able to stand up to the simple flow and bendy nature of water. And the Tao often is tied to the concept of water, the forgiving, flowy, bendy, flexible nature of water, and yet it can wear away entire mountains. And in the way in which it flows and finds its way through the world and carves a path for itself, it can be seen as sort of lighthearted. There is no substantial root system that it creates, and from there it has power and force. It is powerful and forceful, but in a way that is also yielding and seemingly whimsical in nature. And so there's a lot wrapped up in this verse, but to cut to the core, I would just say, let your worrying mind be still. Find the quietness, cultivate lightheartedness, align yourself with the true essence of the source, and flow with your life, whatever that may be. And although you are tempted by a bunch of superficial things here in the world, remember and never lose sight of the Tao that put everything into creation and put all of this in motion. And that if you are flowing with that, you are then that. And it is playful and lighthearted. And you can be that too.